What's good? Welcome back to another episode of the Cut Man Podcast with your boy Austin Carters. Man, we got a lot to talk about today, and we're going to talk a lot about sports. And like I always try to do, I try to, include a couple other things that some people might find interesting and whatnot. And some of the topics just include the Reds, man, how good they've been playing recently. Uh, we've actually turned it around from that Pirates series and ended up getting a couple wins in a row and whatnot. So we're trying to do better, and hopefully we finish out this road trip with a couple series wins. But who knows? We'll get into that. We're going to talk about a little Bearcats, Ohio State football. We're going to also talk about a topic that I think is a little it's needed, I would say, in the Sons of Anarchy. They need to go ahead and release the next series for like the sequel, I guess. And they need to do it about Abel and Thomas. It would be Jackson's sons, but we'll get into that. Also, pit bulls. We got to stop deeming them dangerous. And hey, I think it all comes down to the owner, and we'll talk about that as well. But yeah, let's get into it. Why don't we? Like I said, the Reds, man, they've been on fire these last few games. Yeah, we've done really good. Honestly, it surprised me. We went into Texas and we swept them, and Texas is a team that I thought was going to be a little better than they were. So to go in there and sweep them was really good, and it helped us a lot because obviously losing 2 out of 3 to the Pirates was not needed. But yeah, that, and hey, Ellie and Sal Stewart back to back like that are crazy in the lineup right now. Obviously, Sal Stewart's still on his tear. He just hit a home run, I think, last night, and that was in Miami. His basically his home team. So I'm sure he's happy to get a home run off of them with his family in the stands and whatnot. But yeah, those two together are insane because if Ellie gets on, he's gonna steal some bases, and then you can also hit and run because Sal Stewart's just that good right now. And it showed against in the Miami game, not last night, but the night before. We were down, and Sandy Alcantara, I believe his name is. I don't want to butcher that. But he was actually dominating us and whatnot. And then later on in the game, we ended up pulling back and then ended up pulling it off. But a big part of that, getting back into it, was Ellie being able to get on third base after a hit. And a pass ball basically like ricocheted off the catcher right in front of him, maybe 5 feet, if that. Pitcher come running out, but it was too late because Ellie's just that good, man. I mean, this is a guy that stole home plate, but he ends up coming up and getting I think tying run. I could be wrong about that, but then we end up pulling that game off, which was really good. And yeah, we've done really good. Obviously, our winning streak was snapped last night to Miami, and that's one thing I got to talk about is Brady Singer, man. He ends up having a rough outing once again, and I just personally I can't understand the hype. Like a lot of people say they love him and he eats a lot of innings, but it's like, yeah, if he's eating these innings and we're sucking, that's not it, man. And I thought that was someone we should have like let go this offseason, but I don't know. You can't make anybody happy, I guess. But yeah, he's just trash, man. I'm tired of hearing all the hype around him. I just don't understand it. Like he might have a decent game here and there, but he's going to give up runs. He's going to give up runs regardless of how many innings he goes in. And he's at best, in my opinion, a 4. Like, I think right now Chase Burns is better. I think Louder's better. Abbott's a toss-up with him right now, but you can say what you want. Brandon Williamson had a good game, so you may be able to toss him in there too. But like I get he's a vet, guys. I get it. I really do. But he's just not. No, it's a no for me, dog. Like this dude will never be good in my book. And say what you want. But hey, y'all also said that Christian Encarnacion Strand should have stayed on the team before India. And let's just go out there and call that what it is. He ends up getting designated for assignment, which they either A, have to release him, B, have to trade him, or there's something else. But yeah, like that experiment's basically done. And he couldn't couldn't hit for contact, and y'all are sitting here out, and also injuries. But yeah, y'all are sitting here like, oh, we'd rather have his bat in the lineup than India's. It's like India could play third, second, first, and some outfield, bro. What are we talking about? It's like Strand, yeah, he's gonna tear in some baseballs and put them in the stands, but hey, so did Aquino when he came up, and then he was terrible. So that experiment's basically over. So to all y'all CES lovers, congrats. But yeah, man. But another thing with the Reds, though, hey, we finally released some new uniforms, and we're gonna be wearing these on Saturdays. It's basically our Saturday night City Connect. Now, here's the thing: a lot of people hate them, a lot of people love them, and that's just how it is. You know, that's always gonna be how it is. But the one thing about them that is iffy with me is the fact that they have a lot of red. Like, I like them personally, but there is a lot of red. Now, if you can wear like some black shoes, maybe switch up the socks, and maybe a black undershirt, you can make it work. You can definitely make it work. But yeah, there is a lot of red. Now, a lot of people loved their Black City Connect jerseys and uniforms. But those are fly. Hey, those are the best unis in the league. I don't care what anybody says. But yeah, man. Like I said, a lot of hate. Some love it, some don't. That's just how it is, like I mentioned, and whatnot. But yeah, I think they're pretty cool, and I think, especially on a Saturday night, that'd be kind of cool to see. But yeah, I think they did good. Personally, I think they did good. Now, they said people were lined up at the stadium. What was it? They said people were lined up at the stadium to get these uniforms this morning. So, hey, good for y'all, man. I mean, I probably wouldn't have lined up at a stadium to get a uniform. I could have just waited. But, hey, props to you. And I seen this just based off hilarious scales. The Hood News 75 reporter in Cincinnati. If y'all aren't hip to him, go follow Hilarious Scales, man. He's a dog. But yeah, that's basically all for the Reds. I know they're going to play here in an hour or so, and hopefully we can take another game from Miami and move on to the Angels. And I'm not too worried about the Angels, but I mean, that could be the team that proves me wrong and whatnot. Now, we do got to worry about them fighting us because our next topic is about them fighting. And that's Jorge Soler ended up fighting the Braves the other night. And this is a team that he won a chip with in 2021. So let that be for whatever. And yeah, it's crazy. Like, when, man, you get your good fights and you get your bad fights. And me personally, this was a terrible fight. Now, I get why they had to fight, because Soler felt like they were throwing close to his head. But, like, when you're out there swinging, the pitcher doesn't even take off his glove and he's throwing hands. And he's got a baseball on the other trying to hit him. And I think he connected on a punch or two with the ball. But it's like, bro, what are we doing? Do you all not know how to fight anymore? Like, if you're going to knuckle up, knuckle up. Like, man, but yeah, that was crazy and whatnot. But they end up both getting a 7-game suspension. So I don't think we're going to have to really worry about Jorge Soler. Now, he did appeal it, but I doubt it's going to be I doubt it's going to be appealable, really. I mean, it's just basically what you do when you get suspended in any league. You appeal it, and if you get lucky, you don't have to serve any games. But he's going to have to serve it, like, regardless of what he wants. Now, the only thing is, it's 7 games for him, but it's like a game or 2 for the pitcher. Like, I don't know, man. I think he should have took away at least 2 starts. Like, pitchers get away with it because, like, you can be like, hey, I'm going to get in this fight. I'm going to get suspended for 5 games, you know? And that's like 1 start. So it's basically like a rest week. So I think they need to improve upon that. And, yeah, maybe Jorge gets a couple games removed, but, hey, your actions cost you, man. And y'all just showed that y'all can't fight. But, yeah, hopefully the Reds go into Los Angeles and they beat them, and the homestand back is kind of cool. I don't know exactly who we have to play in the homestand, but I'm sure we'll do good. Have the fans excited. and I'm actually excited to see them uniforms on the diamond for once. So, yeah, there's that. And then we're going to get off baseball a little bit. We're going to get into I almost said it. We're going to get into that team up north. And it ends up winning the championship against UConn. They won 69-63, which it was a lot. The score was a lot closer than I felt like the game was. But hey, props to them. And hey, Big Ten's coming. I'm telling y'all keep saying how the SEC is a juggernaut. Not anymore. Not anymore. Big Ten's got that team up north in Ohio State dominating, and then they got Oregon coming up, and they got a couple others. But hey, we're coming. I'm telling you, we're coming. We're coming to take over. And say what you want, but I mean, basketball just got a chip there. Football last few years got some chips, so you gotta start wondering, you know. But yeah, man, I guess good for them. Like, I hate them, but good for them, I guess. I'm just glad that Big Ten brought one home, you know. So, but I'm gonna roll my window down. It's too damn hot out here. But yeah, with that, we're gonna stay in the college, and we're gonna get into the Bearcats' new facility. This thing's crazy. So the Bearcats end up building this facility for their sports program. And now I'm not too certain if it's just for football or if it's other athletics, but I assume it's for all of it. And yeah, $134 million they invested in this thing, and it is massive. Like, it came out. When did it come out? Opened in 2025, last year. So, hey, props to them. They actually invested, and it looks really cool. Like, some of the details in it are insane. Like, you got massive weight room, which is good because you got an up-and-coming football program that a couple years ago people were surprised we made the playoffs. And now, you know, we could go in and try and dominate some more. And hopefully it helps bring in better prospects like 4 stars, 5 stars, and whatnot. But we'll see with that. And like I said, there's little details in this thing, man. Like, the locker room, it's also massive. And the thing that I did like is, like, for the lockers, they got these ventilation systems to where, like, you could put your pads on, like, this fan-type ordeal. And, yeah. Like, so what it does, it's like airing the pads out after practice, like when it's all sweaty and all wet, and it dries them and keeps them smelling good and whatnot. I think that's a big deal. Keep your athletes at least comfortable, you know. You don't want athletes coming in the next day after a sweaty practice to be like, oh, my pads are still sweaty. So good for them on the little details and whatnot. And it just got me wondering, like, with Cincinnati, man, Cincinnati's on the upcoming, and they've made a lot of renovations, not only for their sports programs around the city and whatnot, but also around the city in general. And also the Bengals are investing heavy in their stadium right now, and the Reds did make some investments. I think they should upgrade even more. Like, I'm not saying they're bad investments, but I think they can be improved upon. I mean, you could say that about everything else too, but like, add a little more. I think you can add a little more and just stop being a little cheaper. But yeah, with that, also comes Heritage Bank right there next to Great American Ballpark. And I know they're trying to upgrade that and make a lot of money out of that, or put a lot of money into that to bring, like, the Final Fours and NCAA tournaments and stuff and whatnot. And we'll see, but yeah, that's just kind of how that goes. And yeah, just keep putting money into these things. In the long run, it'll work out. So, well, yeah, props to UC, man. Actually doing something good. And if you haven't seen it, go ahead and look it up, man. It's massive. I'm telling you. But yeah, then we're going to stay on the college football. And we're going to get into Ohio State. And, hey, before I get into that, hey, I'm sorry about all the noise around me. Like, we got roosters, dogs barking, we got everything. But here's the thing. I've mentioned it before. I'm not going to edit all my videos. Like, I want y'all to see, like, the mistakes I make, the stuff going around me. Like, this is everyday life. Like, a lot of people might be like, hey, let's go edit this and edit that and whatnot and take this out. And no, this is life. Like, this, y'all get to see everything. If I mess up, I want y'all to see it because we're all human, you know, and that's how the world works. But yeah, we're gonna get on to Ohio State, and it's gonna be short and sweet. But wide receiver freshman Brock Boyd, hey, we got us another one, boys. We got some a white boy dominating. But now, in all seriousness, this kid looks good, man. This kid looks really good. He's routing up defenders left and right and whatnot. And I'm pretty sure he lost his black stripe already on his helmet. And yeah, like he's going insane right now. And it just adds to a wide receiver room that's absolutely stacked. I mean, you got Jeremiah Smith, obviously. Then you got Chris Henry Jr. coming in. You got Boyd, like I mentioned. You got Kyle Parker, the transfer from LSU. And then you got the I believe junior or senior Brandon Ennis. So, wide receiver U is still there in Ohio State, even with Hartline out the door. So, hey, we got us some dogs, and I don't think Boyd will see the field this year much. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. Maybe they add him to the return game or something. But yeah, we got a lot of talent in this room, bro. And once Jeremiah Smith leaves next draft, we're gonna have Chris Henry Jr. and Boyd and everyone else, man. It's going to be crazy. But, yeah, props to Ohio State for doing that, man, and whatnot. Keep it up. I know a lot of people say they like the wide receiver coach that we placed Hartline with, so it looks like we might have some dogs coming up the pipeline still, and that's exciting because it's Ohio State, and, yeah, maybe we'll win another one soon. But, yeah, we're going to stay on Ohio, too. With that, man, Ohio, what are y'all doing? So I seen this article this morning, or not this morning, but last night. And I didn't really read into it, but like the headline just kind of threw me off. So what it is Ohio is trying to ban mobile betting, like sports betting and everything in between. And I'm just thinking that's honestly a dumb idea. Like for me, I sports bet and I use my mobile device, and if I didn't, I probably wouldn't bet. And maybe that's what they're trying to do. Maybe they're trying to limit the bets and whatnot. I don't know. But to me, it came off as, hey, we want y'all to go into like one of these sports books or a casino and whatnot. And we want y'all to spend even more money while betting because you're obviously going in there. You're obviously going to want something to eat or something to drink. And you're going to spend more money and give the state more taxes. So I'm not sure. It could be completely different, but that's where I came from it. Now, you can use your computer, but who's really going to open up their computer to sports bet? Like, I mean, I guess you could, but I think I don't think it's going to work how they want it to. It's going to make a lot of people mad, and maybe it won't even go through and whatnot. So, who knows? These things are always crazy, and I wouldn't do it. Like, y'all just ban weed. Y'all's going to make everybody mad and whatnot, make them want to crash out. But I don't know. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. Like, personally, I would not sports bet if it wasn't for a mobile device. So, I don't know. But, yeah, let's move on again. And we're going to get on the pit bull subject, like I mentioned. So, pit bulls are getting deemed, like, dangerous or, like, just dangerous. But here's the thing, man. I think with these dogs, like, I grew up around a lot of them. And not a lot of them were aggressive, you know? So, like, I'd say 95% were probably just down to earth, like, loving dogs, man. The other ones, it seemed like they weren't necessarily aggressive. They're just, like, protective of their owners owners of us and the house and whatnot. So, I think they get a bad rep because any dog can really go off and maul you or whatnot, but it's the owners. Let's be real. A lot of people, like, mistreating their dogs and, you know, mistreating them and abusing them and whatnot and leaving them outside. Like, I get some dogs are better off outside because that's how they like it, but we keep our dogs inside, and I'm glad for that because we don't have to worry about them being too hot and overheating or, you know, getting froze to death in the winter and whatnot. It's like, treat your dogs better, man, and it won't get that label. Like, I don't understand why pit bulls are the one breed singled out every time. Like, y'all see a pit bull walking down the street, y'all want to cross the street. It's like, nah. Like, I don't care. I'll walk up to it. I'm not necessarily going to, like, for any dog, though, I'm not necessarily going to, like, put my hand out without asking if he's friendly or not. But, yeah, man, like, y'all just quick to judge. And it's like all these pit bulls in these shelters and stuff get put down because, Like, nobody wants to adopt them because they think it's an aggressive breed. Like, no. Pit bulls are just as loving as other dogs. So let's stop that. Let's stop that narrative and actually, like, grow up with them too. Like, get them as a puppy and train them like normal people, and you'll see. I'm telling you, it changes your perspective. I promise. But yeah, with that, let's just, hey, we got a lot coming out at the end of this month. You know, it's gonna be. I want to say it's gonna be like a movie, because we got stuff like the cruise, like down here where I'm at. We do the cruise, like I've mentioned. People bring their old classics and whatnot, and they have like a big car show, and then they drive up and down the street like Saturday night, and they have fun. And there's been a couple of times where it's felt like a movie. Like, we've been driving up and down with everybody, and yeah, it's a cool experience. But like with that, you also get like Zach's spring game coming up, so hopefully I get to go to that, because I believe he's going to play a little bit and whatnot, and see him ball out. You know, we all know he can. So shout out to Zach, man. Hope y'all come out and play good in that. It's obviously his team versus, like, his offense versus the defense. So it's basically iron sharpening iron, but this would be cool to see. And we also, if you're into it, there's WrestleMania. Like, growing up with my dad, you know, always, like I've mentioned before, we'd always go to Blockbuster, grab us a wrestling movie or something, and sit down and watch it. And I just kind of kept tabs on like WrestleMania just because of that. You know, the memories are there. So that's there if you're wanting to watch that. That's coming up. And the draft's coming up too, which I'm excited about. I'm not sure what the Steelers are going to do, but we'll see. It should be a really good draft. It's stacked, so I'm always interested in seeing that and whatnot, and going from there. And you also get like the UFC card. I believe Yuri Prochaska's at the end of this month too. So it's like a lot packed into like a small time frame. But hey, I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna enjoy it and enjoy life as well, and make some memories, man. That's what it's all about, is making memories in this life and enjoying it. I know we get caught up in everyday life of responsibilities and everything in between, but hey, you gotta enjoy life at some point. I promise. But yeah, man, just enjoy life. Make as many memories as you can. Meet as many people as you can as well, and you know, go from there. Looking back, you enjoy the memories that you end up making, and be grateful for them. You know, and we're gonna also get into, like I mentioned, the Sons of Anarchy. So we need a sequel, man, and especially after Mayans MC. To me, you gotta make it about Jax's sons, Abel and Thomas, and they kind of teased us in Mayans. So Wendy, Jax's ex-wife, ends up making like a cameo on Mayans MC, and she's sitting there talking and whatnot, and they ask her, "Hey, does your sons ride?" And she goes, "Yeah, dirt bikes for now." It's like, oh, so we're teasing. So we just need to come out here and announce that. We just need to make that happen. I think what you could do, because also in Mayans, so the sons, I'll backtrack to the sons. So when the sons ended, Jax wanted out of guns, right? And with the guns, it looked like they were going to get out of it. But in Mayans MC, they're still in it. And there's a teaser in there too, and they go, "I thought Jax wanted to get out of guns." And they said it's just taking a little longer than expected or something like that. And then they end up fighting the Mayans and whatnot. And I think you could kind of spin it around there, because Chibs and Tig are still alive. They didn't kill them off in Mayans. So I think you could spin it like that. Like, maybe, I don't know, maybe you bring them in like, hey, Abel and Thomas end up finding out about Jackson, who he was and how he lived, and then the son's not going by what he wanted, and maybe you can spin it off like that. I'm not sure, but man, we need a sequel. We need a sequel to Sons of Anarchy, and it's got to be about those two and whatnot. And maybe they get in their own MC or something. Who knows? But yeah, hopefully they don't butcher it if they do make it, though. So let me know what you think. Do we need a sequel to Sons of Anarchy with Abel and Thomas? I think so. I think it'd be crazy to see, but Hey, and you could probably use the same characters that played the Sons, uh, like back then. Like they should be old enough right now, so maybe that's what they're doing. Maybe they're letting them like grow and actually use them characters. So we're like, oh, all right, cool. But I'm sure if they do make it though, Jax would have flashbacks, so that'd be cool to see as well. But let me know, like I said. And yeah, with that, we're just gonna talk about Theo Vonn. Hey, Theo's my dog, man. That's one of my favorite comedians. And I know some of y'all don't like his comedy and the stuff he says. You don't think it's as funny as I do. Like when I first got on to Theo, I was like laughing every day about it, and everybody's like, I kind of don't get it, but it's like you don't have to. Like I do. Like he's one of my favorite comedians right now, and he had a really good interview this past week, I should say, with Ella Langley, and hey, that was a really good episode to watch and whatnot. And like I said, he said some off the wall stuff, and he actually got her to play some of the songs that I think she hasn't released yet, but they're coming up. So, but yeah, man, do y'all like Theo? I do. I think some of the stuff he says kind of reminds me of myself, to be honest. Like we're not, like me and Theo seem like we're not afraid to like try and make people laugh regardless of what we say. We don't care about, oh, this sounds kind of crazy, but as long as it makes someone laugh. And I think that's the thing for me, at least. Like I just want to see people laugh, so to say some goofy stuff to put a smile on your face or have you cracking up and whatnot and just enjoying your day, that's a big part of like what I want. So that's where I come from with it. But yeah, Theo, like the stuff he says and talks about his dad. When he talks about his dad being like 70 something or whatnot when he was growing up, that's hilarious and whatnot. And he also talks about doing his drugs and thinking he can like pull off a tree and out of the ground and whatnot. It's crazy, but I gotta go back and watch. He just did an episode with Nate Diaz. I gotta go back and watch that because I'm sure that's funny. And one of the Paul brothers he did too. So I have to go back and watch theirs. I haven't really had the time, but I'm sure they'll be hilarious, just like everything else. And he's a big UFC fan too, so like I kind of feel for Theo right now. Like you'll see him at the prelims, he'll be by himself just watching all the prelims, and you'll see all the memes and whatnot. But yeah, man, Theo's cool. Seems like a cool guy and someone who like I wouldn't mind meeting one day and having a conversation with, man. But like, yeah, that also includes like Gary Owens, like I've mentioned, Cincinnati native and whatnot. So who knows? Maybe one day we'll get to meet Theo. If not, it'd be a bummer, but it is what it is. It's nothing gonna change. Like I haven't met him yet, so it's like it won't be that bad of a deal. But man, it's crazy, ain't it? But yeah, Ella Langley too, man. Like just mentioning her, she's put out some really good songs, and it's got a lot of people buzzing. Like they think she's like today's queen of country, I guess you'd say. And I mean, it's hard to argue. I mean, you got the Lainey Wilson, and you got Ella, and you got a few others you can argue, but she's put out a really good few songs here recently, and not just here recently. Like all of her music seems kind of good, but like a couple bangers, Choosing Texas, everybody sings of that, regardless of if you're a man, if you're a woman, if you're a kid, y'all's gonna dance to that. And she made a really good music video, like I've said. But yeah, man, is she the queen of country for today at least? Like I'm not saying all time, obviously. Like I think we're too quick to use like GOAT and greatest of all time, which that's what it is. But like I don't know. I think she is. I think you could really argue, and like the way she sings and kind of the flair she brings to music, I think she is. But let me know what you think and whatnot, and we'll go from there. But yeah, other than that, man, I don't really got too much to talk about this week. Like I mentioned, a lot of crazy stuff. I will give US their credit. Like, regardless of how you feel about politics, regardless of how you feel about the president and everything that's going on with Israel and Iran, we end up getting our pilot shot down, right? And we go in there, and what I've heard is like we use the SEALs, we use CIA, and we use like drones and all kinds of stuff, and we end up getting our pilot back after a few days. So good for the U.S. for just being like hell bent on getting our guy back, and yeah, we end up getting him back and whatnot. And there's photos of like, it seems like AI out there, so don't believe everything you see with the pictures. Like, for instance, like if there's a SEAL in the picture, his face is not going to be unblurred. Like, let's be real. But yeah, props to them going out there and getting our guy back and showing, hey, who's got one of the best military forces in the in the world, I meant. So, hey, man, go USA, I guess. But yeah, with that, man, I don't really have much to talk about. Like, we're going to get more into the draft here soon. Like, it's coming up. I believe it's Thursday the 23rd, which is not too far away. So that's coming up. I'm excited, like I said, to see that and whatnot. I'm excited to see how the Reds do. Hopefully we can start pulling away, because we were top of our division the other day. Now, last night's loss might have put us like a game down or something. I can't remember. I haven't checked into that. But yeah, just like Sal Stewart, hopefully he keeps tearing it up and wins Rookie of the Year and gives us something to look forward to. Ellie's been starting to come on. Stevenson's hit a couple bombs, and we really need production from him, because Trevino just went down too to IL. So we'll see what happens with them and everything else. We'll see what happens with the draft, obviously. And UFC, I can't remember exactly which date it was. You know, I'd have to look back on it. Actually, I can look back on it right now. Let me do that. I mean, we got time. So yeah, with Yuri, April 11th, actually. So, hey, that's this weekend. Hold up. That's this weekend. So yeah. So this weekend, I guess we're watching Yuri. And like I've mentioned before, if you're in the UFC, get in the UFC. And like, don't be like half in, half out. Get into it. I'm telling you, it's a good sport to watch. And hey, there's some brutal knockouts. Like I mentioned, Macy getting knocked out last week or the week before that. Izzy getting beat. You know, you got Conor coming back soon, so it's a good time to get into it. And pick your favorite fighter, and don't be afraid to pick a fighter that nobody's talking about. You know, like, you know, Patty was a good fighter coming up. Bo Nickel was a good fighter coming up, and they're still good. And they just got hyped up, and everybody started loving them. But there's a lot of people who loved them early. So pick a fighter that's like in a prelim or something, and follow their journey. You know, that's always a cool thing to do. Hopefully we get Ilya soon. I'm excited for that. I'm pretty sure he's got a fight already, but if I'm not mistaken, I think he's fighting Gaethje, which is going to be a dog fight. But I got Ilya all day, every day. Until someone proves me wrong, I got Ilya. So, yeah, get into that and whatnot, and then we'll go to the cruises. I think it's the same weekend as the draft, actually. And I think Zach's spring game's the same day as the draft or something like that. And hey, we'll see. We got a lot coming on at the end of the month, like I mentioned. And not only that, the whole year, man, we're in for a big year. And I'm going to try and just live life, man. And that's what everybody else should do, too. So, but yeah, hey, with that, I'm going to wrap it up here. And just, before I do that, though, I'm just going to be like, honest with y'all, like, hey, man, I know this world gets crazy. I know life gets hectic. I know some things don't go your way and some things do. Like, take the good with the bad. Like I've mentioned plenty of times. Take the good with the bad, and, you know, put your problems on God. Let Him handle it. Say, hey, God, hey, take my problems and go with it. I trust you. And that's a big thing. Just trust in God, and He's gonna come through for you. I promise you. I know stress is something we all go through. So if you're stressed out right now, it's normal. It's all right. You know, it's not afraid to admit it either. Like, you don't have to speak out about it. Like, some people like want you to, and it's probably good too to get it off your mind and whatnot. I will say that. But like, if you don't, just, You don't have to. Don't feel pressure to do anything like that. But hey, just know at the end of the day, life's gonna get better. Like what you don't see today for tomorrow, you'll see when you look back on it here in a few weeks and be like, dang, I made it through one of the toughest journeys of my life. But yeah, man, throw your trust in God, and just enjoy life. A lot of people say it, and it's hard. I get it. You still gotta worry about your responsibilities. But if you want to go out for a drink, go out for a drink. If you want to go see some friends, go see some friends. You want to go to a concert, go to a concert. And if you want to do it and you don't have anybody to go with, just go alone. Like, I think that's one thing in this world that a lot of people are uncomfortable with, and that's going and do something alone. Like, if you want to go out to eat alone. And I think a lot of people should do that just to get used to it and build up their, not only their confidence, but their, like, how they think in life. Like, you don't always have to have someone in your corner to do something. And that's something I'm wanting to do. Like, do more of doing stuff alone. Not telling anybody about it, just going and doing it and whatnot. So we'll see where that goes. But yeah, man, I hope y'all enjoy these. Like I said, we got a lot of outside noise. We got crickets, we got roosters, we got dogs. Before I got on the podcast, we had sirens blaring up and down the street. I think there's a fire somewhere. So hopefully everybody's all right there. But yeah, man, we're not going to hide who we are. We're not going to hide who we are, and we're not going to hide the mistakes that we make and everything in between like everybody else does. So, hey, I hope y'all like seeing the real version of this and just like everything else. I know it could be annoying at times, but bear with me. We're growing. But yeah, like I said, I'm just going to end it there. And I hope y'all have a good time. I hope y'all have a good week. And hey, tune in to Reds if you're a Reds fan. We'll see what happens and whatnot, and we'll go from there. But we'll be back next week, I believe. I don't think I'm going to take a week off. I think I'm going to stay consistent. So we'll be back next week. And with that, I'd just like to say, hope you all stay safe. Hope you all enjoy your weekend and everything in between. And peace.